Shauna M. Guys, if you feel me on the dogs, do me a favor. Put a paw in the air. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Your first name.
Good. Shauna.
How old are you, Shauna?
I am 30.
Okay. Well, what's the
Yeah.
disagreement?
Okay. I have a question for you. What is the correct approach to talk to you? And what I mean by that is I've been listening to your show and I pretty much agree with about 70% of what you say. I feel like it's definitely the hard truths that people need to hear, especially Black women. But when I hear Black women kind of call you with their concern or to ask questions, it's always off putting. It's never ends
Okay.
well.
Really? I just had a conversation. Did you hear the last two conversations?
Well, okay, let me put some context to it. So,
But,
not necessarily.
but before you do that, I just need to know: did you hear the last two conversations?
Yeah, well, I heard like Monique, I heard the woman after her, and then I heard a young woman just call about dogs.
How'd that
But
end?
um, I feel like you're friendly with certain people, so I think that
No, ma'am.
ended well.
I asked you how did it end.
In my perspective, I mean, it ended okay.
Okay. What about the call before her?
The call before her, um, was it the woman with the small waist?
No, it was a
Oh,
call
I
with
didn't.
it was a woman talking about not making high value men wait.
Oh, I okay. I heard a woman talking about like health. That was the one. I didn't hear that one. I think I must have not been listening at that
So in
point.
other words, the call that just ended, you can't even say that it ended well. You just said I think you're nice to certain people.
Well, the subject. I mean, it ended well. Let's say it ended well, but the subject, I
But
guess.
that's okay. See, you asked me
I'm
how
talking.
to approach me, and I'm going to be honest. You approach me like you would approach a white man at work. You know how to approach people and talk to people, and I reflect what people give to me.
Okay. Okay.
So if you watch my show, that's what you see. Or else I wouldn't have
Well,
people come. If I was just an asshole out of course, why would anybody watch? Women in particular.
because
Listen, ma'am. Listen,
it's
ma'am.
fun.
Okay, then.
I mean, that's why people watch. I mean, even though you're belittling and being extremely rude to a lot of Black women, I
Right,
think men
right,
actually
right,
like
right,
listening
right,
to that
right. So then, why would black women call in if that's the truth?
because they probably feel some type of challenge, such as
Right.
myself, and I like it.
All right.
I'm
So,
up for it.
huh. So we've already got off on the wrong foot because you're not coming here in good faith.
You're not either.
Okay. And this is not what this tit for tat stuff can work somewhere else. It won't work here. You asked me a question. How do you approach me? You approach me in good faith, just like you approach anybody else. But you already came in here not doing that. So
But
what do
you
you?
told me to
So
approach
no,
you like I
ma'am,
approach
no,
white
ma'am,
men.
no.
I feel like that's
Uh,
disrespectful.
well,
Like, what does that mean?
uh, like it or not, it's what I chose to say. You could ask, why would that be disrespectful? Because
Because
you
what are
understand.
you're putting them in
Okay,
a
hold on,
hierarchy
ma'am.
than you,
Hold
and I
on,
don't do that.
hold on. You called and said, how do I approach you? Well, have I ever spoken to you?
Yes.
Okay. This is a conversation today. How should you approach somebody? Because truthfully, ma'am, when you guys leave, I don't know how I talk to people. Let me tell you how I talk to people because this is why I end up getting what I get out of life. I approach people in good faith. And I'll be honest, the way you approached me, ma'am, was not in good faith. The way you started this conversation off was already ready to fight.
Well, when you started asking my age, I'm like, what does that have to do with what I'm about to say?
It's
So
the
I feel
same.
like I
Hold on.
know details
Let
just
me
like
explain it to
you.
you. Let me explain it to you. If you've listened to my show, have I asked every other female on the line that?
Because you're trying to create a
Ma'am,
case. So
if I
yes, I
asked the
understand
question,
that.
okay, I asked you a question. Am I treating
Yeah.
you like, am I treating you differently than I treated every other woman? Did I ask them all their
Um,
age?
you do
Okay, exactly. And I do it every night, Monday through Friday. How old
because
are
you're
you?
trying to size them up.
All right, ma'am. Don't tell me what I'm trying to do. I'm telling you what I'm doing.
Okay.
See, You've proven one thing, that
We're
communication
both in
is,
sales using the same
you're
techniques.
proven one thing, communication is reflective. And you come in here deciding to be combative. That's fine, but then don't get upset when you get combat back.
I'm not upset.
I have asked you the same question I ask any other woman. How old are you? How tall are you? Dress size. Last time you weighed yourself. The funny thing is, 90% of women, black women, don't have a problem with it. But 10% of you black women get offended. Why are you offended? That's on you. I didn't insult you. I just asked a statement of fact. Well, you're trying to do that to do this. Again, you're coming in it with bad faith, presuming that you know why I'm doing what I'm doing.
I'm mirroring you, Kevin.
No, no, really, you're not. I'm mirroring you.
Okay.
So
you're combative if you're mirroring me.
all right. If that's what you want, that's fine, man. But here's the other part of it. Seeing as though you called here for what reason? What is the
one of the things.
What is the outcome you want to achieve?
You said, come up, like, if you have a problem. So I figured, this is a time for me to call. I actually do have a situation that I'd like to address with you. One of the things I noticed, the people who follow you are people who are not men of great stature. And what I mean by that is that a lot of the men who follow you are simps. So they're definitely dragging people in the comments.
All right, let me stop you right. Hold on. What platform are we on?
What is your goal of the platform? Like, what is your?
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. This is not what you're going to do. It's not what you're going to do. You're either going to answer the questions, we're going to have a conversation, I'm going to bid you a good night.
Okay.
What is the platform we're on?
It's the Kevin Samuel Show.
What is the platform we're on?
We're on YouTube.
Is YouTube public or private?
It's a public platform.
That means I cannot control who comes in or out of the comment section. Yes?
Absolutely.
So telling me the people that follow me is no different than saying the women that follow me the same. It's public.
Okay.
And unless you go through every comment on every video, I really don't trust what you're saying, because I know who follow me on Facebook. I know who follow me on private platforms. But overall, what is the outcome you're trying to achieve?
I'm trying to understand what outcome you're trying to achieve by putting black women down.
No. First off, I'm not putting black women down. That's one thing I would not allow you to do, because you just had 2 black women who were singing my praises. As a matter of fact, 1, 2, 3, 4 black women have called in tonight to praise what I'm doing.
Because they're probably scared of you. That's why they're scared.
Exactly. So this is exactly.
I'm here for all this
exactly. No, well, good. You can, and good, but it's not going to work the way you think it is. So what just happened is I tried to see if she would even be honest, and she has failed multiple honesty tests. Me? You do this, you do that, you do this, and because the way conversations tend to end. Did you hear the last 2 conversations? Well, no, I did. I only heard the bad ones. Well, what about the last one? How did it end? Well, some people might say you can't be honest. You have a point of view, and that's fine, ma'am. You can have your point of view, but here's the thing: my outcome is to get women like you over there.
Okay.
I don't care to talk to women who are automatically coming in bad faith, argumentative and combative before I even had a conversation with them about anything. And guess what? If I had ill intent, why would I have 5,400 people in here night after night after night, 30% of the channel women?
Because the comments, they like to see you belittle black women. Do you not
right?
Get it?
So basically, black people. Then I need you.
A lot of people like that.
Okay, then black people, I need you to understand what this person. She thinks she knows better than you. So you're here, not because there's actually something good, because they like to see me belittle something. Then it begs the question. If that's the case, why do you keep coming back? Because after the first time, no, ma'am, here's my question to you. If I'm everything you say that I am, why did you come back a second time?
I just told you I like the smoke.
Well, good. Where's your husband?
And I like some of the stuff.
Where's your husband? What is your husband? When you talk to your husband, about this, what does he say?
he says that you are somebody
Right.
who's
So put him
good. You
on.
have great
Put him
knowledge,
on. So where's he
but
at?
not
Put him
everybody
on.
thinks like
Put him
that.
on.
That's all.
Put him on.
He's like, he has some good
Put him
stuff.
on. Put him on.
He's not here, but
Well,
I'll put
right,
him on. I
right.
don't think you have a problem with
Put
that.
him on.
But
No. What's his first name?
why don't you allow men to call
What's
in
his
so I
first
can hear
name?
the men call in?
What's his first name?
No, I'm not going to give that information.
Exactly. Another one of these phantom married broads. Black women. Women like her are not on your side. Again, I challenge anybody to go back and listen to that and listen to what she's saying. If you have a husband, yet you follow a man on YouTube because you're here for all the smoke, oh my God, what a marriage that must be. But we all know that you're not married and have no relationship. Women like that follow me because they can't get a me. They can't get a man worth a damn. And they think it's the men's problem, and it's them. Ladies, understand something. She is prototypical for the reason so many young black men are choosing to not even deal with black women. 17 to 21, choosing not to deal with you because that's their mama or their auntie or their big sister. Shame, insult, guilt, the need to be right. And honestly, she probably thinks she did something. And I ask you, if you don't like what I say the first time, why'd you come back? Because there's something wrong with her, that she finds this entertaining, fulfilling, even something to waste her brain cells on, since she's so obviously above it. But again, she's probably one of these PhDs.
I'm a PhD.
You can't make this stuff up. And I'll let to the women like her, I like when you call in and I let you talk. I ask questions for you to let people know who you are because you're well versed at hiding. You're well versed at hiding and playing both ends against the middle, deflecting and all this. I won't let you do it. I'll ask you questions to see if we can have a conversation, to see if there can be any common ground. We don't have to agree, just to see if there can be anything. And honestly, females like that and their masculine energy, they're so used to fighting and losing that they cannot set it down. It defines them. So let's assume she is married. Oh my God, sir, why would you be married to a woman that damn masculine? And you notice that all these women who claim to be married, their husbands are never around. Never around. Never around. So she came to challenge me. All right. So now what do we got? And here's the one thing I realized more than anything else about this platform. That for a certain group of women, it bothers them because women are here. See, if it was just men here, they probably wouldn't think of. But because there's so many women here, night after night after night, it bothers women like her. Because once they get off of here, they're like Zoe, saying, "You've changed my life. I wasn't even thinking about any of this kind of stuff, and I've been watching you since March." How can you have a Zoe and a Shauna in the same conversation? Because one has hope and one doesn't. One has opportunity, one doesn't. Why do you have that going on in the background? Yeah. Okay. First of all, okay, hold on. Um, turn YouTube off in the background.
I turned it off for you.
Do you have a disagreement?
I do.
You guys, when you say you called from last night, I don't necessarily remember who you are. So what's the disagreement?
Okay. So I watched a few of your videos. A coworker told me about you, and
Okay.
I'm kind of agreeing with Monique on some things. When you talk about the weight and the body type of women. So I did a little research, looking at BMIs and things like that. And I noticed you weren't factoring body fat percentage and things like that.
Ma'am, let's be honest, ma'am.
Mhm.
This is a broadcast. I don't have to get that specific. Generalities are just fine.
Mhm. Well, for me, I asked because you told me that I was overweight, which according to the BMI, yes, I
Who
am,
are
but
you? How tall are you? First of all, how
my
tall are you?
body fat percentage,
How tall? Okay, Jesus, you ladies act like you can't hear. How tall are you?
I'm sorry, I was just in the middle of a sentence
Well,
because I
guess what, ma'am? This is the show. Okay, I know who you are. You're a communications chick.
it is. How
Look,
rude.
look, lady, you got problems because
Mhm,
we're not gonna do what happened yesterday. So either you're
mhm.
gonna get on board with the way this is, or I'm gonna bid you a good night. Because apparently you don't like to. You think you are somebody that I need to contend with, and I don't. You either have a civil conversation or go elsewhere. Those are your only options.
I'm very civil, but I'm open to either. And communicate. That was my first degree. I got a degree in master's in professional development and education. But um, yeah, um, I kind of looked and I realized that you were fatter than me because my body fat percentage is pretty low. And I work out 6 times a week, things like that. And the guys I prefer are pretty fit as well. So a good 220, but I wouldn't consider them overweight.
You done?
I am.
Good, because you didn't answer the first question I asked. You just talked.
Mm-hmm.
Show me where where the world operates according to your standard.
So that's what I wanted to ask you about, but it's like you're asking me questions that has nothing to do with my question because I just wanted to understand your viewpoint
Okay,
because I
ma'am.
do respect it.
Okay, ma'am. Again,
Mhm.
I let you talk. And I asked you one question and you just blew right on past it. Communications degree holder. Why is it so hard for you to answer a question? I'll know why. Because you have no respect for what's going on. You're just here to talk.
Because you're not answering my question. My height has nothing to do with my question that I'm
I didn't
asking
ask.
you.
See, the thing is, again, how tall are you?
5'5",
And how much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
165.
Last night you were 175.
Yep, and I weighed myself this morning because I've been on a diet. And like I said, I work out 6 days a week. I also fast twice a week. So I'm very health conscious. And so when I went back in,
Congratulations, ma'am.
yeah.
Congratulations. And still,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter how many days a week you work out or what's specific
Mm-hmm.
to you. See, a weight standard is just that, a standard. You cannot have something that fits 7 billion people.
Mm-hmm.
You're a college graduate. You're supposed to understand these things.
I don't think you're understanding my question. So can I ask you another question to clarify?
You haven't asked me any questions, really. You just told me why I'm wrong, and I could care, and why, because the guys you like are taller and this and that. That's your preference. That's fine, but it still doesn't change the fact that you, at your height, you weigh more than the average man.
Mm-hmm. And so for me, I'm just like, I'm curious. I'm asking my question.
At your height, you weigh more than a man at your height.
Understand? Okay, that's fine. My question is, why do women go to Dr. Miami and to get BBLs to look like me? I don't have an ounce of cellulite or stretch marks. That's why I don't really want.
Again, ma'am. Again, you're asking me why. Okay, stop. You want to answer to the question?
Mm-hmm.
How can I know why they do? How can I know why somebody that goes to Dr. Miami does what they do?
But we're talking about you.
No, you asked me a question. Why do women go to Dr. Miami to get bodies to look like you? I can't know why they do that, but I will tell you that a 25-inch waist, and I actually had people from the medical profession call in talking about women who do. Do you happen to use a waist trainer?
I actually just started using one last week because I want to go to 24.
Right. And so you have a 25-inch waist naturally.
Yes.
Okay.
At
170
pounds
pounds and 175
pounds.
pounds. All right. So you're the same person that talked about the kind of men you like to date, the kind of men you like to date, all this thing about how hot you are. But then in another breath, you said you ain't dated it, had a relationship in 8 years. Which one is true?
Both.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
by
Well, then
choice.
if you're in such
dated.
if you're in such high demand,
Mhm.
why does it matter what a guy on YouTube has to say?
Like I said, my coworker told me about you, and we literally, like, I enjoy your show. I don't agree with most of the things you said, especially about women and valuing them with my Christian beliefs. I think we're all in some ways equal. However, me and my coworker.
Whoa! Now you've crossed. Okay, first of all,
Mhm.
you've crossed into some dangerous territory. I'm gonna allow you to back that one up because
Okay.
you want to bring Christianity into it. I was baptized at 5, and you can no. See, God doesn't play these subjective games you want to play.
Mhm.
So as far as Christianity, you are way outside the mark of how a Christian woman should be moving.
We can talk about that because
there's no discuss. There's nothing to talk. There is nothing to talk about in this regard.
So you asked me about two different things. One was the 8-year thing, which we didn't go into details about why that was what I decided. But to clarify, I have not. You talked earlier about people not wanting to commit. That's me, and that's by choice. I have not wanted to commit because I enjoy my space. I don't enjoy someone telling me what to do and when. So that's by choice.
And congratulations. Okay, ma'am. Okay. This is a conversation, not a monologue. You enjoy your space, good, and you also think that you can just decide to turn the switch and get married.
That resonated with me. That's the one thing
that resonated. It resonated with you.
No, what you're saying, I agree.
I want to make sure what I just heard what you say. It resonated with you.
Mm-hmm. What you said resonated with me.
Okay, you said resonated.
Resonated. I think you understand what I was saying.
I do, but you're the communications person.
Okay, I'm not working right now, so.
Well, it still shouldn't matter. You should still understand the words you're using.
Okay, I understood what I said.
Ultimately, ma'am, you want to go back and forth to argue. Did you have something else you want to say? Because you can watch the show, you can enjoy it, but at the end of the day, you are unfit for a real relationship. You may have a great body, and lots of guys may want to have sex with you, but I don't think many guys could stand to be in a room with you longer than after the sex is over. You're a difficult woman to talk to. You're all over the place, and you have to be right. Congratulations. You may look great. But what happens when that 25-inch waist and that ass drops at 50 or 60?
Not going to.
Great. Good luck with that.
I'll be good luck.
Bye-bye. Why did I do that? When conversations start being rooted in reality, this woman, she has issues. Go back and listen to the last segment yesterday. I haven't dated. I am dating. I can get married. I don't want to get married. I'm 175 pounds. The people that tend to have an issue with my show are women who are in delusion. And I speak truth, and it challenges their delusion. She can't even keep her story straight. So here we go. Again, when you get to the point to where you just start talking and you just making up shit. Oh, what happens at 50 when it's never going to drop? That's going to be great. Okay, good. Great. All right. Knock yourself out. So 2 down, 2 to go. BMI, that's right. Yeah. And for sake of argument, ma'am, the previous caller, even at 165 pounds, your BMI was 27.5, which puts you overweight. See, let's talk about this weight thing. Many black women get upset with me when I talk about image as it comes to weight, because the hip hop culture in general has told you that having a little waist and a huge ass is sexy. but it's only sexy to who? You don't see men of means, successful men worldwide going to get women with these comic proportions. You ladies out here going to get these Brazilian butt lifts and getting stuff injected in your butt, getting your boobs this. You're walking around looking like cartoon characters, and all you're doing is objectifying yourself for a night. People don't marry that. And to say, well, I'm happy being single, good. I mean, you can be happy be single, but did that woman sound like she was anywhere close to being happy?
Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on Kevin Samuels, the legend. He has been fantastic, and the consistency in his videos is just top notch. Like I often say, I don't know how he did it, but somehow, some way, he was able to pull it through, and it's just fantastic, man. I can only praise him the most. I mean, he has done a great job. He has done a great service to us as human beings that are living on this planet. I'm not going to limit it to only black or, only black women or anything like that. I think it's just all of us in general. At least he has exposed so much about women and so much about men, because like it or not, when you talk about the things that men kind of like, I think it's an expose to that, because most women don't understand what we want. So when he exposed those things, so it's also exposing the true nature of men. So he has done a great job. Now, talking about these two women in this video, I think both of them, one thing we can all agree is they're more likely going to remain single, because they are cut out to just be single side chicks. Because the way they interact with men, they are not always going to get the best out of a man, because when you come around a man and this is how you are going to, conduct yourself around him, he's more than likely going to just put you in a sex zone. I'm sorry, but that is just the reality. You don't come into a conversation say, how do I approach you? The funny thing is, these women are intelligent women. They are educated. Let me just say intelligent women, they are educated, right? So we should assume that they're all intelligent. But the reality is they are not. They are not, right? So how do you approach someone by saying, what is the right way to approach you, when you have seen countless of his videos and how the escalation of between him and women tend to happen? He don't tend to just start to be combative or start to cut them off or anything like that. No, that's not how he starts his conversations. So coming in asking that question is disingenuous. Let's be honest. He starts his conversation, how are you? The normal conversation. And when the ladies start to be disrespectful, that is when it all get off the rail. That's just what it is. And saying that the men that follows him are simps. First of all, you don't even know the definition of what a simp is, right? Saying that they are not men of great stature or anything like that is way out of what simp really means. It's just not even close. And why is she in hurry to say that? Because she's thinking of it that if I say something like that, men that are interested in Kevin Samuels content will not want to watch, will not want to consume it again or something like that. And oftentimes people are not triggered by what he says, but how people respond to his content is what is making black women mad about his content. That is just the truth. They are not mad because of the message he's giving out, but how people are paying attention to him and really putting whatever he's saying into action is what is triggering black women. Even today, we still have black women that come under his videos to comment, oh, blah, blah, blah. Stop it. Just stop it. I'm single and I'm educated and I'm happily blah, blah. You are not happily single. And that is something that black women often say to kind of make men kind of think of it that they honestly happily single. You're not happily single. No, that's just not the case. If you are single and you're happy, your conversation should reflect that. And, it's just often the fact that these women are often depressed. They don't have any kind of male attention to, have conversation with. So they just come into these type of places that is allowed for almost every woman to just call in. And they come and try to make it look like they having a debate or something like that. No, they are not always having debate. They just always want to have a male attention, at least for some time. Something that is often so clear about these women, the first lady, you just can't understand why she was coming in from a place of I want to fight or something like that. It's just a simple fact that, let's be honest, who is going to tell me that when this lady was speaking, you just did not hear the cholesterol in her voice? Who can tell me that, honestly? Who can just tell me that I've watched this video hands down and I listened to the first lady speaking and she's not fat? Who can honestly say that? It's obvious, right? Kevin Samuels also often criticizes women that are oversized. And with that, she's not coming in to have a conversation of her being oversized or something like that. She's coming to make it look, because obviously if she's going to answer the questions that Kevin Samuels, your height, your weight, blah, 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 it's going to take a different turn. And it's not something that she really want to endure from Kevin Samuels. But that is the reason why she came into this conversation, because spoken about obesity countless times, and that is what triggered this lady into coming into this conversation. Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the content, like the video. Let me know your thoughts about these two women in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. Catch you in the next episode. Gentlemen, I'm out. Peace.